Who has the answers, Wolverine? Those people? That creature in your arms? Huh? Huh?
I'll take my chances with him.
One day, someone will finish what I've started, Wolverine.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Real Screen Time. I'm Andrew Thomas. I'm here with fellow X-Men, Christopher Johnson.
Hello, everyone.
And we're continuing our X-Men-athon with X2, X-Men United. The best one of this trilogy.
Yes. Yes, it is. Fantastic.
So, you want to give us the overview?
Well, sure. X2, X-Men United, is a 2003 superhero film based on the X-Men superhero team appearing in Marvel Comics. It is the sequel to X-Men, as well as the second installment in the X-Men film series. The film was produced by 20th Century Fox, Marvel Entertainment, The Donner's Company, and Bad Hat Harry Productions, with 20th Century Fox distributing the film. The film was directed by Bryan Singer from a screenplay written by Michael Daughtry, Dan Harris, and David Hayter, based on a story written by Zach Penn, David Hayter, and Bryan Singer. The film stars an ensemble cast consisting of Patrick Stewart, Hugh Jackman, Ian McKellen, Halle Berry, Famke Janssen, James Marsden, Rebecca Romijn, Brian Cox, Alan Cumming, Bruce Davidson, Shawn Ashmore, Aaron Stanford, Kelly Hugh, and Anna Paquin.
Want to give us a synopsis?
Sure. Colonel William Stryker, a villainous former Army commander, holds the key to Wolverine's past and the future of the X-Men. This threat reignites the call for a Mutant Registration Act, while Stryker starts a full-out assault on Professor Xavier's mansion and school to build his own version of Xavier's mutant tracking computer, Cerebro, in order to destroy every mutant on Earth and save the human race. After escaping his plastic cell, Magneto proposes a partnership with Xavier and the X-Men to combat this new, common, formidable enemy.
This was an awesome movie.
Fantastic. Fantastic. They perfectly, as best as they could, perfectly recreated the story of God loves, man kills, and return to Weapon X. I mean, I think this will probably the best we'll ever get as far as an adaptation of God loves, man kills.
Yeah.
But it was done fantastically. Truly.
Yeah.
Truly. I mean, your thought?
I do agree with you on that.
Well, I guess when we get into the cast,
Mm-hmm.
starting with Professor Charles Xavier, aka Professor X, played by Patrick Stewart.
Yep. He's the MacGuffin in this movie.
Yeah, as he's the one that's mainly kidnapped for most of the film.
Yep.
Yep, he's essentially being manipulated and brainwashed by Stryker's son to be used to kill every mutant
Yep.
with his new built version of Cerebro.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it does make sense. Get the strongest telepath that you can find.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Of course, Singer will do the same thing again in Apocalypse, so
true.
of sorts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah. And originally, we was going to trick him with Cyclops, with having Jason, evolution of Jason helping Xavier escape, and he would have rescued Cyclops, and they would have gone back to the mansion, help him while he was looking for mutants. But you wouldn't know it was an illusion until you see Cyclops just disappear, walking. Yeah.
And why in the world did Jason choose a little girl avatar?
I had no idea.
That's weird.
Yeah, but Xavier almost killed both mutants and humans.
Yeah. First it was find all the mutants, kill them. Then change of plans. Kill all the humans.
Yeah.
Find all of them, kill them.
Yeah. And then he finally gets snapped out of it thanks to Storm waking up from the cold.
Yep. And yeah, we'll get more into other things later.
And of course, he does do a great speech with the president at the end. After all this stuff.
During one of the most badass scenes ever.
Yep. And he also has the power to freeze people.
Oh, yeah. His telepathy, he can essentially freeze time.
Yep.
He's able to do the timeout thing that Zach can do in Saved by the Bell.
Yep. He does that in the museum.
And in the president's, and in the Oval Office.
Yep. Leads to wonder, how did they move all the people out of the way, then move them back?
Well, apparently they were stiff enough to be mannequins, so...
Yeah, but like we said, basically he was a MacGuffin, even though Patrick Stewart was great.
Yes, as it's Patrick Stewart, he's always going to be great. But yeah, he was more of the MacGuffin, so we didn't necessarily get to see too much of him.
Yeah.
Though I do have to say that when Jason made him think that he was cured of his paralysis and he could stand and he had that tear, that made me feel. Only to then have it snap out and, oh yeah, it's just an illusion. Stop it, Jason!
No. For Jason to push him even more.
Just evil.
Yeah. But let's get into the main focus of the story.
The mascot himself.
Yeah.
Logan, a.k.a. Wolverine, played by Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, where we left off, he actually left to go to Akalai Lake.
Yeah.
To go find more about himself. But in this, he finds out even more about himself. Unintentionally.
Yeah. One, he didn't check underground.
Yeah.
Two, he finds that he fully remembers what the Weapon X process did to him.
Yeah.
And at the same time also remembers that Yeah, he did some stuff as part of Team X.
Yeah.
He did some really messed up stuff.
Yeah.
All under the control of Stryker.
Would be all terrible in the prequel movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Hugh Jackman is great in this. He also continues the Scott and Jean love triangle, mainly with Jean because Scott's out of the way.
Once again.
Where he tries, they actually do kiss, but she rejects him for Scott.
And in a weird way, as much as I know Scott and Jean need to be a thing,
Yeah.
looking back at the film, there was a part of me when I was younger that wanted Jean and Logan to be a thing.
Yeah.
Just because of the fact of the chemistry Hugh Jackman and Famke Janssen have, it grew even more.
Yeah.
Plus, Hugh Jackman has quite possibly one of the best Wolverine scenes ever.
Yeah.
When that full-out onslaught onto the mansion happens, and he goes on that rampage taking out Stryker's forces. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, that is some of the best Wolverine doing Wolverine things ever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. And you could feel the rage.
Yeah.
Because he was doing his best to make sure those kids were protected.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, what were your thoughts when that was going on?
I thought that was all badass and cool. Yeah.
Just more proof Hugh Jackman was the right man for this role.
Yeah. Of course, Mystique also tries to get in him after he stabbed her in the previous movie.
Yeah.
It turned her on after he stabbed her.
Which I think that is a bit of a... Well, not just to also have the visual of Halle Berry, Rebecca Romaine, and Famke Janssen being on top of Hugh Jackman.
It also had Anna Paquin out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it also alluded to a thing from the comics because Wolverine and Mystique also had an on-again, off-again thing.
Mm.
How many women has Wolverine been with? Good Lord.
So many.
Well, that's why he has so many illegitimate kids that he never knew and possibly killed without knowing it.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah. And his fight with the Lady Deathstrike was awesome.
Fantastic. Which we'll get more into a bit later.
Yeah.
Do we continue with the X-Men cast, or do we go...
We'll continue with the X-Men cast.
With the actual team. Okay, well... Do we go with the leader, Logan's love interest, or do we go with...
We'll go with Logan's love interest.
Okay. Jean Grey, played by Famke Janssen. Once again, fantastic.
Her Phoenix powers start to grow.
Yes.
And they do come to clutch.
Yeah, they do come in clutch, though, unfortunately. It has to come through a greater sacrifice. That...
Technically it doesn't take.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah.
But, you know, Famke Janssen did do fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't think people give her enough credit of how good of an actress she is.
Yeah.
And yeah, her moments with Logan are some of the best moments.
Yeah. Yeah, I do agree with her moments with Logan. I kind of wish that they got together. Mainly because Scott's kind of out of the picture.
Though part of me did wish we did see more interactions with her and Scott,
Yeah, and we only get the first one and the last one.
which is messed up.
Yeah. Unless you count him snapping out of his trance.
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
And the moment when she kind of urges Scott to use his power in the first film.
Yeah.
So, but they could have done more.
Yeah.
They could have done more. But then again, these films weren't made to be really long.
Yeah.
So, understandable. Speaking of that, Scott Summers, a.k.a. Cyclops, played by James Marsden.
He gets a shaft in this one.
Justice for Cyclops.
Yeah.
They really did this man dirty in this one.
Yeah, he gets...
The only way it gets even more dirty is the third one, and
Yeah.
we'll get to that.
Yeah, he gets knocked out by Lady Deathstrike.
And becomes a puppet for Stryker.
Yeah.
And he's gone for at least half the movie.
Until he shows up brainwashed, trying to kill everyone.
And then after that, doesn't necessarily get to do too much.
Except his emotion about not wanting Jean to go.
Which I do give James
Yeah.
Marsden a great deal of credit. That was heartbreaking.
Yeah, him having to talk through Jean through Professor X. And then him crying while Wolverine's trying to stop him. Yeah.
And then essentially, it was not just stopping, it was also kind of a consoling
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah. Of course, in the end, he just ends up broken.
Yeah. Scott doesn't recover
Yep.
from that.
Yeah. Which comes into play in the next one.
Yeah. But they really did. Not only cutting him out from half the film, making him a puppet. Why are they going to try to imply that he's lame for listening to NSYNC? Last I checked, our whole generation loves NSYNC. But yeah, they tried to use Bye 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 playing in Scott's car to say, oh, look how lame he is. He's listening to the boy bands. Shouldn't Jean end up with Wolverine? No.
And he still gets his vehicle stolen by Wolverine. Because he got captured, so he can't...
It's already bad enough that the bike got taken, but even his car, too.
Yeah.
They really did Cyclops dirty.
Yeah.
This is the reason why a generation for the longest time thought Cyclops was lame.
Yeah.
It really had to take us all reading the comics and then X-Men 97 to show how awesome Cyclops is.
Yeah.
You all did my man's dirty.
Yep.
You all did my man's dirty. You owe it to James Marsden and the fans to rectify this.
Mm-hmm. And then let's get to the Storm.
Yep. Aurora Monroe, a.k.a. Storm, played by Halle Berry.
She has more to do.
Yes.
She actually has a relationship with Nightcrawler.
Yeah, she is the one that is actively helping him after he is snapped out of,
Strikers.
control, essentially being used as a puppet to make mutants look bad. And as well, she's the guiding motivation for Nightcrawler to try to use his powers in a greater way.
Yep.
Him actually trusting himself and, I can actually
And she has
go anywhere. I don't have to see where I'm going.
And she even has a bad moment against Jason.
Yes, she does.
As the creepy girl form, yeah.
I'm gonna freeze you. Though She left Jason to die.
Yeah.
They all left Jason to die. The place is crumbling, and we see some boulders fall around him. He's dead.
Yeah.
He's in a wheelchair. He's partially lobotomized. You left him to die.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he evil, but good lord.
Yep.
That's messed up.
Yep. She does the storm for the president before Xavier does the badass thing, yeah.
Where they all just roll up in the Oval Office, standing in the dark, lightning strike. Oh, there, everybody. Oh, Nightcrawler sitting on the fireplace.
Yep. But that was her badass moment. She gets rid of the South African accent.
Yes, which I think was for the best.
Yep.
And we actually see her doing teacher stuff.
Yep.
As, she's being the main tour guide for the students.
Yep.
When they're out and about.
Yeah.
So, hey.
Yep.
Hey.
Then let's talk about the young X-Men,
Let's
talk about the young X-Men.
Starting with the former MacGuffin.
Yeah.
Marie, a.k.a. Rogue, played by Anna Paquin.
It's basically her in the Iceman drama.
Yes.
Because she can't use her powers without killing them. They can't get without her killing them.
No, they can't do anything that couples are supposed to or want to do.
No.
Or else he will die.
Although Anna Paquin did get hotter in this one because of that reason.
Yeah. Well, was she of age?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
By that time, yeah.
Though it's still messed up that Mystique turned into her when lying on top of Logan. That's messed up.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
Stop it with the American Beauty, Kevin Spacey stuff.
Yep.
But even though Rogue doesn't necessarily get to do too much, she did come in clutch with the Blackbird.
Yep. That was really her only thing she did. Although she did have a moment with Magneto where she was gonna fry with her powers after what he did to her.
Yeah, and can you blame her?
Which makes it pretty ironic with the X-Men animated series and their relationship.
Did anyone know about that during the making of this?
No.
Oh.
So this is all kind of hilarious now after what he did to her, that in the anime version that they're now a sort of couple in the anime series.
Well, heck, and plus on top of it, her dealing with the whole fact that Mystique was her adoptive mother.
Yep. Who was also flirting with Magneto.
I swear.
Yep.
But seeing as though you did bring him up before discussing things, her other half, Bobby Drake, a.k.a. Iceman, played by Shawn Ashmore. Welcome to the main cast.
Yep, his thing is going to go tell his parents that he's a mutant.
And he's essentially going to become an X-Men.
Yep. Mainly they go to his house because they have no choice when they're running away from Stryker's men. Yeah,
so... I thought I could find solace with my parents, but once they find out I'm a mutant, apparently they can't handle that, which adds an additional thing that made me think. Okay, the initial way the X-Men worked was... The initial allegory of understanding differences and things was more focused kind of in a racial context. Why is it in this one they kind of try to turn it into an orientation context?
Yeah, which also makes it more ironic on...
With Bobby's mother asking him, have you ever tried not being a mutant?
Yep. and makes it pretty ironic when Marvel Comics does something terrible to Bobby years later.
Which it didn't make any sense. They shouldn't have done it. There were so many other characters that they could have done that with, but oh no. The freaking writer apparently saw themselves in the Iceman, and not only do they make him homosexual, they make him a jerk.
Yep.
And we're not mad.
Yeah, but
And we don't dislike him because of the fact that they made him gay. We hate him because they made him such an insufferable jerk.
Well,
Which makes me wonder a lot about the writer themselves.
Well,
Are you telling us something about yourself?
although personally, I don't like them making Iceman gay because
it doesn't make any sense at all.
Yep. So I don't believe any of that. And also, they have so many other mutants. Well, why the original X-Men and retcon it? I'm pretty sure Nikki will be debating us on the comment section, like she always does.
Well, not always, but sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many other mutants that they could have done this with.
Yeah.
Hell, I was half worried they were going to do it to Colossus.
Yeah.
I think at one point they may have.
Yeah.
But I had a feeling they were going to do it to at least one of the X-Men. I understand representation matters, but don't do it in the sacrifice of a character.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a major disservice.
That's what all the comics been doing lately, so.
I swear.
But his thing was basically his relationship with Rogue and his parents. And his brother gets jealous and calls the cops on him.
Which, bro, get over yourself. Okay? You have it a bit easier. You don't have powers. He got powers. He actively has the government out for him. You do not. So why are you acting like this?
Yeah. So he said abandon his real family for good. All thanks to his jealous little brother.
Though I think once did his parents feel true sadness about it?
I have no idea.
Well, hey, they did get tortured a bit later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the other X-Men. Like Colossus that you mentioned.
Well, yes, Peter Rasputin, a.k.a. Colossus, played by Daniel
Cudmore. Yep. And he's not Russian.
That's another thing. Why?
And he has the most lines he'll ever see in any X-Men movie.
I know. He had like what?
A line in Last Stand.
While he actually said a number of things in this film.
Yep. He does stuff. He gets the children out.
He actually got a paragraph.
Yep. Asking if he can come with Wolverine. Wolverine says no.
No, you need to protect the kids.
Yep.
I mean, hey, at least seeing him use his powers was pretty cool.
Yeah. When they were trying to knock him out when they're going to work out.
How you gonna pierce this? Yeah, I'm all metal.
Yeah.
Even my hair turns metal for some weird reason. And I don't have a flat top. But anyway.
Yep. But that's all his role, really.
Yeah. I guess now we go into... Do we go into the Benedict Arnold or do we go into the new member?
The new member.
Ah, yes. And my other favorite character of this whole film, Kurt Wagner, a.k.a. Nightcrawler, played by Alan Cumming.
Yep, he did a great job.
Fantastic. We do not give Alan Cumming enough credit of how good of an actor he is.
Yeah.
And he's also another recurring actor that we're going to be discussing.
Yeah.
Oh, He was so fantastic as Nightcrawler. I was so bummed that we didn't get to see him play Nightcrawler
in other sequels.
Yeah, because he did the character so great. He brought, the fun personality. He also showed the vulnerability. He showed how much of his faith as a Catholic is so important to him. He got Nightcrawler down.
Yeah.
This is one of the best adaptations I've ever seen of Nightcrawler.
Yeah. I do agree. And they do keep his religious angle.
Yes. Yes, very much so.
Although he has no family interaction with Mystique or
Which
Rogue.
is one of the major things that angers me as well about this franchise. Mystique is the biological mother of Nightcrawler. She was also the adoptive mother of Rogue, yet you do not have her have any relation to either of them. And both of them are in the same movie.
Yeah.
Why did you actively refuse to have her be Nightcrawler's mother?
Yeah.
Plus, that would have added an extra whole dramatic feeling that he was essentially raised by the church.
Yeah.
Because mom had to abandon him.
Yeah.
But no. Apparently, we can't have nice things in comic book continuity in this sense.
Although he does have a good relationship with Storm. And
Yes.
like you've said before, she helps him get through the wall passing bit to help stop Jason and mind control Xavier.
And then leave Jason for dead.
Yep.
That poor lobotomized wheelchair kid.
Yep.
I swear.
Yep. And technically, he officially joined the X-Men, even though we never see him again.
And we see him sitting on the fireplace during the whole threatening the president moment, and the president looking at him like, oh, no, him. Why is he here? And he just looking at him like,
Yeah, although he started out as the brainwashed Striker.
Yeah, and has quite possibly one of the best action moments of the whole film, where he's evading and taking out all the security in the White House and almost kills the president.
Yeah. If he wasn't shot, he probably would have gotten...
He would have killed the president.
And then snapped out of it and felt bad about it.
Oh, Lord.
Yep.
Stryker, you monster.
Yep. And then let's get to the villains. Let's get into the new one.
William Stryker.
Yeah.
Played by Brian Cox. Brian Cox did fantastic.
Yeah.
I despite the fact that I am upset that they didn't go the more proper route of what William Stryker is in the comics, he still did fantastic.
Yep.
Oh,
he's manipulative. Because he used the Nightcrawler thing as a thing to go get that.
To justify breaking into
the
Xavier's mansion so he could get the stuff for Cerebro.
And get information from a brainwashed Magneto briefly to go through that.
Yeah, to find out what Cerebro was.
Yeah.
Oh, and just the fact of him taking glee, just goading Wolverine about everything, toying with him. That you really don't know. You really don't remember anything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I created you. I made you what you are. And plus, on top of it, I had you do some of the most despicable things ever under my command.
Yeah, which X-Men Origins Wolverine will forget all about doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. And now it's still, and I'm still wondering, was Wolverine, was he brainwashed as Weapon X during this time, or did he escape? Or did he ever go through the brainwashing before he escaped?
I think he got the brainwashing before he escaped.
Huh. So he was truly Weapon X.
Yeah.
He was used as
Yep.
as a government weapon.
Yep.
Oof. I swear, Stryker, you're a monster.
Yeah, but he
Though-
gets what's coming to him from Magneto.
Well, first he gets stabbed by Wolverine.
Yeah.
Then he get
Tied up.
with chains.
Yeah.
You know, on one of the jets.
Yeah.
Then he gets moved to a wall. Did Stryker die?
Most likely.
Huh. Because they've left it very ambiguous.
Yeah. Does his speech to Wolverine, which we did for their code opening?
One day!
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Though I do wish they had gone more of the Reverend route.
Yeah.
Because that's a main thing that is involved with God loves, man kills.
Yeah.
He's using his ability as a televangelist
Mm-hmm.
to goad, to essentially manipulate people and the government
Mm-hmm.
into doing the things that they end up doing to mutants, for calling on the Registration Act and, you know, all the other things that they plan on doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think it would have been interesting if they had gone that angle of him using religion to justify this horrible act of prejudice.
Yeah.
But what you gonna do? I guess they weren't ready for that yet.
No. But let's talk about his mind-controlled hand.
Yuriko Oyama, a.k.a. Lady Deathstrike, played by Kelly Hu.
Yep.
Despite the fact that this woman only had one line, Kelly Hu did fantastic.
Yeah.
She was truly intimidating, and oh my god, her fight with Wolverine.
And you feel sorry for her because you realize she was brainwashed the whole entire time.
Yeah, which
also sucks that when he kills her, yeah.
Yeah. Which also, there was so much that they could have done with that, but they didn't utilize it. They either could have gone the route of her being a former romantic partner of Wolverine and her becoming that, her becoming a weapon and working for Stryker as a way to get back at him, or she was a part of Team X and she sees Wolverine as a traitor.
Yeah.
And she goes after him as she feels he has brought dishonor upon her, Stryker, and everyone. There's so many routes they could have gone with Lady Deathstrike, and they didn't do it.
Yeah.
But Yuriko is a very sympathetic character.
Yeah.
Because, you know, all these things didn't need to happen to her.
Yeah.
And yeah, it truly is sad.
Yep. Of course, let's talk about the villains sort of turned allies.
Ah, yes. Eric Lesher, a.k.a. Magneto, played by Ian McKellen.
Yep. First, he's still in jail, plastic jail, where he has to get brainwashed by Stryker to go.
And got beaten.
Yeah.
They didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
They really didn't. They didn't have to do
But
that.
Magneto has his revenge.
Oh, yeah.
After he...
First telling Jason, Tell Charles to kill all the humans. And then I'm going to tighten... Well, and then I'm going to remove you off of the jet that we plan on getting away. And I'm going to tighten up those chains.
Yeah.
How does it feel, Stryker? How does it feel?
Yep. Of course, he also did that to the security guard also.
Oh,
he
yeah,
escapes.
Yeah. Huh. You have extra iron in your blood. That. Oh, good Lord. Lord have mercy. He was ripping all the iron out of that man's bloodstream. He is dead.
Yeah. Yep. On his way to sort of save his old friend.
Yep, and then uses one of the small platforms looking like he's floating on a Roomba.
Yeah, because Mystique helped him escape. Of course, he always goes Wolverine on about the weapon X thing about Stryker. When Wolverine assumes he means him, that they need to read his mind. Magneto's like, you always think it's all about you, and looks at Nightcrawler. Yep, and then him trying to go on Rogue, which Rogue could have killed him.
Yeah.
Out payback, like I said. That relationship's weird. Yeah, now. In hindsight. Along with flirting with Mystique. And everyone is guessing what kind of shapeshift she turns into. For Magneto. Everyone assumes Charles.
Though it does make me wonder,
and he actually
where does he go after he escapes? What becomes his new headquarters?
Underground bunker.
Ah. Oh, he didn't do Krakoa?
No. Not in Last Stand. He has an underground bunker.
I would have loved to see him live on that sentient island.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he does that. And he also convinces another Xavier student to join his cause.
Do I go into him or do I go into his right hand?
His right hand.
Okay. Raven Darkholme, a.k.a. Mystique, played by Rebecca Romijn.
And she has more to do in this one.
Yes, and she's still absolutely terrifying.
And she's also played by Bruce Davison as Sandra Kelly.
I know, it's weird.
Yeah.
But, hey, Mystique is still great as the femme fatale that she is, even though...
And she has more lines in this one.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. After her one line in the first one, she has more lines in this one.
Yeah. And even has that moment of mimicking Nightcrawler's voice.
Yeah.
Which, once again...
And tries to seduce Wolverine as Jean.
Which was also weird and confused.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about this.
And she also shapeshifts to Rebecca Romijn briefly to get the security guard.
I know. I wonder how she felt getting to be herself.
She probably liked that she had to wear clothes in that one.
Not have to wear all the crazy makeup and contacts and wig.
Yeah.
Hey. Plus, didn't they upgrade it? They gave her a bit more of like a suit rather than body paint.
I'm not quite sure.
Because I think only the first one was her like literally body painted.
Mm-hmm. We have to check that out.
Yeah. If anyone knows, put it in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess now the Benedict Arnold.
Yeah.
John Allardyce, a.k.a. Pyro, played by Aaron Stanford.
The guy who will return in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yes, as it's fully confirmed.
Yeah.
I felt bad for the kid.
Yeah.
You know, you could tell that there, as much as he did want to be good, there was that part of him that felt like, why do I have to No, humanity has treated me like crap. Why do I want to live hand in hand with them?
Yep. And somehow he hurt the police officers without killing them.
I mean, he yeeted fireballs
Yeah.
at them.
So many yeets in this movie.
Oh yes, this was also Yeet the movie. Yes, it was.
Yep. Yep, he does that, and then he joins Magneto's cause during the climax. Even though he was good friends with Bobby and Rogue, and was also a shipper of them.
Yeah, he was cheering them on while at the same time there was a part of him that was like, maybe I want Rogue.
Yeah.
What would you expect from?
And he's not Australian, like his counterpart.
I thought he was British, not Australian.
In most of the things, he sounds Australian in the anime.
But he uses a lot more British, more British sayings and dialects. I mean, his name is Saint John. But,
But let's talk about the plot.
Well, yes, it doesn't need to be said anymore. Best adaptation of two great stories.
Yeah.
Like I said, the acting was fantastic. You got to give it up to Alan Cumming, Hugh Jackman, Brian Cox, and Rebecca Romaine.
Although Hugh Jackman does have to wear wig in a couple of scenes because he was busy doing Van Helsing.
Yeah, there's a couple times where it's a bit too noticeable, but it doesn't take too much away.
Yep.
Like I said, the action was fantastic. Wolverine during the school raid, Wolverine versus Lady Deathstrike,
Cyclops versus Jean Grey,
Pyro being unleashed.
Yep.
And of course, Nightcrawler in the White House.
Yep.
The music score now being done by
John Ottman, who will return in a couple of movies from now.
As I think he did do a good job with
Yeah.
the score.
Yeah.
Of course, we have to acknowledge some special minor role characters. Michael Reed McKay as Jason 143, or Jason Stryker.
Yeah.
That poor lobotomized kid.
Yeah.
Why did he have to end up so evil?
Yeah.
And apparently
Left for Dead.
Yeah, but then at the same time he was torturing his dad and mom so badly that his mom ends up using a drill and ending it all.
Yeah.
She used an electric drill. See, now I do understand why Stryker is so out to get mutants. Just based off of that. But at the same time, bro, you could have found another way.
Yeah.
You could have found another way. Of course, we have to give it up. Cotter Smith as U.S. President McKenna.
Yeah.
He did good for the role that he had.
Yeah.
Though it is kind of weird that the X-Men roll up on him when he's already about to make a speech saying that mutants aren't a threat, we should not be afraid of them. So why then do you roll up on him and make him afraid of you? What? And Ty Olson as Mitchell, the security guard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And he's been in a lot of stuff that we have enjoyed.
Yeah.
He's a true journeyman.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, cameos. Katie Stewart as Kitty Pryde.
The second recast.
Yeah.
Before we get to the regular one.
Bryce Hodgkin as Artie.
Yeah.
Which I'm still trying to figure out exactly what character is Artie in the Marvel Universe. All I know is the kid has a weird snake-like looking tongue.
Yeah.
And plus, he is used in great effect as one last F.U. to Stryker.
Yeah.
Kenna Wong is Jubilee,
Yeah.
which she actually gets to stay for a couple movies.
Yeah.
Steve Backick
Yeah.
as Dr. Hank McCoy.
I say that he's using his serum.
Oh. But then how does he grow up to be Kelsey Grammer?
Well, there's been so many recasts, so just pretend that he's just Kelsey Grammer. So, yeah.
Well, sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name.
Yeah.
Shauna Kane as Teresa Rourke, a.k.a. Siren,
Mm-hmm.
which she was great.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord. Yeah, they didn't need a true siren. They just needed her.
Yeah.
Chiara Zanni, who was actually the voice of Jubilee for X-Men Evolution.
Mm-hmm.
She was one of the White House tour guides.
Yeah, she said the Lincoln speech at the beginning.
And plus, they didn't fully get acknowledged, but there were a couple additional X-Men that were in the scene at the White House when they confronted President McKenna.
Mm-hmm.
We saw Danielle Moonstar, a.k.a. Mirage, and Douglas Ramsey, a.k.a. Cypher, though he was officially played by Lake Anderson.
Yeah.
We still have no idea who played Danielle. We looked all over the place. We could not find out.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we essentially went through
Everything, the good and the bad.
Yeah. So, I guess getting to the score.
I give this a 9 out of 10. Much better than the other one, even though I still have love for the first one. This was a much better story. In that case of stuff escalating really quickly.
For me, yeah, 9 out of 10 as well.
Yeah.
It is a fantastic film.
Mm-hmm.
It truly is. If they had just done a couple more things, like with Lady Deathstrike and, Mystique actually being a mother, 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
10 out of 10. But what you gonna do?
But if you think X2's overrated, and that's your opinion, go find us on Facebook, The Real Screen Team. Where else?
You can also find us on Instagram, Reddit, and TikTok.
Question mark at the moment. And make sure to find us on YouTube and make sure to like, comment, share our videos, and subscribe.
Yes, as we are getting close to our goal of 500 subscribers. Once we reach 500, we can start getting monetization for our videos, and we'll also start a Patreon or something akin to that, where you all can, help donate. We can grow our production, and at the same time, you'll get special exclusive videos, and you'll also have the ability by giving us viewer suggestions for reviews.
Even with movies we don't like.
Hey, you all paid the money. We're willing to do it.
Yep. But before we go, we're discussing the X-Men movie that has a broken base. I personally like the next movie.
I used to hate it.
Yeah.
I'm actually okay with it now.
Yeah.
But I do understand why a lot of people don't like it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, X-Men The Last Stand.
So, want to roll us out?
Well, sure. Well, thank you all for watching. Definitely come back and watch us again. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, and click the post notification bell so you're updated with all of our videos. Well, cut, print, that's a wrap.